Whether you're PCSing or just moving to Southern Maryland, it can be super stressful. Let me walk you through the steps that I go through with buyers to make sure the process of moving here is as smooth as possible. Hey, my name is Rob Schou. I'm a realtor down here in Southern Maryland with EXP Realty, and the goal of this channel is to make your move to Southern Maryland so much easier. So if you're looking to move here, use that contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'll be happy to help any way that I possibly can with your move down to Southern Maryland. Now let's jump right into it. I know you're probably watching this because you're moving to Southern Maryland or you're planning a move to Southern Maryland and you're not sure where to start. Now the first thing that normally happens is you reach out to me. So you send me a text, you give me a call, you shoot me an email, and I try to answer them within the hour of you sending them because I know this time can be super stressful. So I know that it's important to get back to you as soon as possible. And when I get that initial contact, the goal is to set up a meet. So some sort of either over the phone, through email, Skype, Zoom, or if we can meet in person, that's great too. But some sort of initial meet so I can really understand what your needs are. Some people are looking to move in a year or 2 years. Other people have gotten orders and they need to move here within 2 months and they're not going to see the area before. So what you need really kind of guides that meeting. And I love having those meetings at least through Zoom or Skype or FaceTime, just so I can really get a good understanding of what your goals are. After we have that meeting about your goals, the third step is basically to go start seeing houses. And this is where it gets kind of difficult for a lot of people because either you're trying to cram in seeing a bunch of houses for the few days you're here, or we're doing video tours. So the third step after the initial meeting is really identifying properties you want to check out and making a plan when you want to go see them. Now, I know that sometimes you can't make it to the area, and I am more than comfortable going and doing video tours for people and walking them through what the house feels like, what the neighborhood feels like, or what the area feels like. But more often than not, you're going to have time to come visit the area before. And so what I do is set up an itinerary with at least 5 to 7 houses for us to go and check out. And I try to space it out into different neighborhoods. So if we don't find the house while you're here, we're able to know different areas that you're comfortable with. And then we can use video tours to see the homes in those areas after you're comfortable with the neighborhoods that those homes are in. Now understand, you do not have to be in St. Mary's or Calvert County for the buying process. A lot of the stuff that I do can be done remotely, whether it's signatures, working with loan officers, working with the title company. I've tried to set up and find people that will work remotely to make your job so much easier. So after we've seen these properties, you're going to probably want to make an offer, and hopefully we go under contract pretty soon. And then a lot of other stuff starts to fall in place. I go ahead and set up the inspection for you. I work with the other agent to make sure the appraisal is set up. I talk to your lender to make sure all the details that they need have been answered. And we just work together to make sure it's the most seamless transaction possible. We can do this either with you here in St. Mary's County, or we can do it wherever you are. I'm working with clients from the UAE, from Egypt, from Japan, all over the place right now. And while the distance does make it a little bit more difficult, especially when there are different time zones, it's stuff we can work with and it's stuff we can get done. I can 100% understand that it's stressful for a lot of people to move, and add on top of that, you're moving to an area where you're not really too familiar with. And on top of that too, you may be having to do it remotely. And I try to take as much off your plate as I possibly can. Now, after we cleared all those hurdles of the buying process, we're near closing day, and a lot of title companies that I work with will actually do remote closing for you too. Now, remote closing normally is done through FedEx. So basically they'll FedEx the documents to you and you got to get them back to them within a day, basically an overnight. And honestly, it's not too bad of a process to get done either. So that's kind of the general overview of what it's like to buy a house in Southern Maryland, especially when you're not living in the area currently. If you have any questions about the process though, and you want some more details, use that contact information below. Call me, text me. I'd be more than happy to help you any way that I possibly can. Again, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.